Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So today's somewhat mid-range video is going to be about living the life that you want to live. And so, um, before we begin, subscribe to my YouTube channel, back on basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified of any new videos that come on my YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Remember, if you like this video, give it a like. Remember, living the life that you want to live. And so, if you have any topics that you want me to go over, connect with me. Put it in the comment section. Connect with me on Instagram at Back on Basics, or connect with me on Facebook at Carlos Flores Jr. So, living the life that you want to live is a choice, right? It's having a choice. A lot of times we tend to feel like we don't have a choice, that we have a set way that we need to be. Like, for example, with me, and remember, I'm always very honest with you. I often tend to focus on providing, and that's it. And remember, uh, there's other things that I am that help others, that support others, and that gives me joy in doing. And so, it's just living the life that you want to live is very important to me because as you all know, in previous videos I've said I'm 48, right? And I want to make sure that I'm doing what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm actually supporting you all with the topics that you think are important, that will help you get to your goals, that will help you get ahead to where you want to be, that will help you get a support system that will be that will have people that are honest and that will not criticize you but give you critical uh, words so that way you can actually adapt. It's interesting, but a lot of the times, we want to be somebody else. I want to be this soccer player. I want to be this football player. I want to be this rugby player. And, or for me, right, I want to be this wrestler. And so, but sometimes we can't, right? Because we have made decisions throughout our lives, and that's how we have become. And so, like me choosing not to have hair is a choice because, I just want one less thing, right? I'm always about basic. And remember that. I'm always about basic. And I have a basic foundation that I'm continually adapting and making it stronger. And one of the things that I do is that I choose to, to cut my hair, to shave my head. And so it defines who I am. Do I want to try long hair? Yeah, from time to time, I want to try it, but eventually I end up shaving it back again because it's easy, because it actually has defined me in my later years. It actually has made me feel like I can just not worry about how I look or not worried about what products I need to buy and not worry about dealing with something and before work or before going somewhere and stressing out because it may not be a good hair day. I just don't want to have bad hair days, and I just don't want to deal with just the hassle. So, but that's just me. Again, I define who I am, and that's the reason why I do that. And it's fine. It's fine. And that's one of the things why another definition of me is the learner, the student. I'm always a student. I always learn things. Remember, I've told you, In UC Davis, I earned 2 bachelors. In Sac State, I earned 2 masters. I mean, I've been working, and then I've been in hiatus and finishing my doctorate. Uh, I'm currently in a teacher credentialing program as a to become a special education teacher. I mean, if it was up to me, I would be in school forever. And I've said that in another video that out of my 48 years living here on this earth, I think maybe 5 years out of those 48, I haven't been in school. And that's the bottom line. I mean, I love learning. I love getting facts and helping people. Like these videos. Remember what I said last video, which was what, 2 days ago? I said I will not make these videos for sale. And they'll always be free. They'll always be free to you. And so, I mean, there may be some commercials later on and things like that, or ads or something like that, but you will never get charged because I want you to have this for free. I want you to realize that you are part of my support system. And at the same time, I am part of your support system. So I make these videos daily. So that way there's different topics all the time. So again, define your life how you want to live it. So for me, I'm actually changing. I was so introverted after I came to the United States. I didn't want to deal with anybody. I did not want to deal with people because of what happened to me in the war. I know that I have PTSD. It's not officially diagnosed, but I do. I feel like I have it. I'm super vigilant. Whenever I'm in a place, I actually sit, most of the times, I sit facing the door. And a lot of the times that has slowly turned me into a people watcher. And I love being a people watcher. See, so I went from one thing that was hindering me, I adapted it, and now I love watching people. I mean, human nature is very interesting, right? Human nature is, I mean, that's the reason why all of you watch shorts. That's the reason why me eating a fat hot dog got me 3,500 views. And so that's society today. And that's how we're defining, some of us are defining society today. And so I know I'm not gonna get thousands of views yet on these videos yet, or thousands of views on my short videos about my microbytes. Today's microbytes in Spanish and in English were about being in the present. I mean, I even said it in the short. I'm a broken record. I'm going to tell you to be in the present because this is the way that you make the best decisions. Being in the here and now. At 9:06 Pacific time, I'm telling you, be in the present because that's when you optimize your brain capacity, your processing speed. You go from an older processor to the latest, right? What is it? What? uh, um, you know, the Core 9 or whatever it is. I mean, your mind, because you're exercising it, right? By doing different things, it's becoming kind of like a solid state drive, which is great. So that means that processing comes faster. You can bring out your memories a lot faster. You bring them out a lot often. And then you can actually do things that other people cannot. And you can actually see things that other people cannot. And so that's an important aspect of who I am. I mean, life is kind of like a big puzzle to me because I'm constantly putting things together. And it's nice because that's the reason I became the many things that I did in the past careers. And that's the reason why I enjoy doing life coaching or executive coaching, because I can see a system and I can see how to fix a broken system, right? So that way it works optimally. But that's who I am, and that's how I define myself. I'm also a relationship builder. I don't believe in having little to no interaction with somebody if you're going to go in a meeting with them, or if you're going to interact with them on a long-term basis. I don't believe that. It's not something that I do. I build relationships. As a special education teacher at an elementary school with 5th and 6th graders on my caseload, I build relationships with my students, and I build relationship with their parents or their guardians. Why? Because I want to make sure that they understand that we're all in the same team. Whatever I've been telling you about support system, I tell them about being part of the IEP team, which essentially is another name for support system, right? And so I let them know that they are an integral part of the IEP team, just like you are an integral part of my support system, right? It goes hand in hand. And so I constantly building relationships, right? Relationships, remember, it's a two-way street. You help somebody, they help you. And it goes back and forth. And believe me, the person that had the most roadblocks at the beginning of the school year is now flexible because they believe that I have the best intentions and for her and her classroom and her students. And so it doesn't mean that it's perfect. It means that we get the fact that we're all part of that IEP team, and we need to be flexible, and we need to support everyone in the team. And so again, that's another thing that defines me. So you have to find what defines you. It could be anything, right? Let me give you quick examples. I love pro wrestling. I love music. I use instrumental music to focus myself whenever I'm doing assignments. Those are little tips that I just gave you, that I've given you before, but I'm giving it to you because I want to make sure that you understand that what defines you is not just one thing. There's a lot of things that define you. You have to find, right? You have to find what defines you. You have to realize the life that you want to live day by day, right? You have to make sure that you either feel fulfilled or rewarded or appreciated, or sometimes even just being neutral. It's something that defines you. It doesn't have to be the compliments. It doesn't have to be the kudos and everything. It doesn't have to be that way. It just means that you know that you have supported somebody to get to where they want to get to. So again, define the life that you want to live. It's easier said than done, but the more that you think about it, the more that you research, the more that you talk to people, the more that you include your support system, the more that you adapt, the better you will know what it is. And believe me, today in the morning, I felt like crap because I was like, I don't know if I'm heading in the direction that I want to head. But, examples when I was at work, just reminded me that I can also define myself as being adaptable. Not in every occasion, but in a lot of occasions that need for me to adapt. So again, find what you want to do in life and find what defines you. And then not just one thing, multiple things, because you are multifaceted. You are a human being. A human being is not just defined by one thing. The human being is defined by different aspects. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. Hit the like button. Define your life and define how you live it. Define who you are and how you want to live your life. Till next time, Back on Basics.